So, like in the last episode, we talked about articulation exercise of elongating the vowel sounds. Now we'll talk about elongating the consonant sounds. Let's start with the f sound. Fantastic. That goal was fantastic. Horrible. The stench was horrible. Less. I couldn't care less. Marvelous. The place was absolutely marvelous. Nowhere. She was nowhere to be seen. Long. The journey was so long. Real. I just want you to get real. Soft. The velvet was so soft. Sharp. He's young, but he's sharp. Value. It all depends on the value. Wait. What we still have to wait? Always remember, we kiss our W's and we bite our V. Yearn. He used to yearn for the change. Zealous. She's pretty zealous in her approach. Thank you. I'll never forget it. That's the one. So these are some of the elongated consonants. Extremely powerful. Let's talk about the place of articulation. We have talked about the manner of articulation. Now let's talk about the place of articulation. And they vibrate in the nose before the sound opens out through the mouth. You can hear the hum of the bees in the phrase murmuring of innumerable bees. You can express a wonderfully finality by lengthening the in the no and the never. Uses your tongue and can take lots of time, like in leisure, long, and languid. Is like revving up, ready for off. Hear the suspense and then the sudden release into action in ready and right. Has the sense of release when you finally open into the wall on fantastic, finally, or few. Is a worthy letter which gives certainty and gravitas to value, virtue, and verify. The upper teeth coming down on the lower lips. W and G are vowels, really. W sounds like oo and G sounds like E when you hear it in wonder or wonderful. And the opening up in yawn. It's just air. It's perfect for breathing down your neck to say scary things like horror, harmful, huge, hairy. Is soft, smooth, silky. Together with it becomes like a slug, slimy. Is much less smooth, as in fuzzy, blizzard, grizzly, dizzy, and crazy. Try to listen out for the long consonants in the best political speeches, and you will find them everywhere. For example, in Sir Winston Churchill's Blood, Sweat and Tears speech of 1940 that follows. You ask, what is our policy? I will say it is to wage war by sea, land, and air, with all our might and with all the strength that God can give us, to wage war against the monstrous tyranny never surpassed in the dark, lamentable catalogue of human crime. That is our policy. You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word: victory. You can also use tongue twisters to help with your control with the mouth. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? You have to get through with the tongue to understand the tongue twisters. You have to keep on practicing every day before you actually jump into understanding how you can use these sounds. There are other tongue twisters too, like Betty bought a bet some butter, but the butter was bitter. So Betty bought some more butter to make the bitter butter better. How many woodchuck could chuck wood? So all these different sounds that are there. You can also take into consideration some of the digraph sounds. Digraph sounds are sounds which are written together, like the F sound written with the P and the H. The QU sound, they act like lovers. They're always together. The PS sound you can hear in phantom, telephone, phonetics, phonology, and flag. The QU sound you will hear in qual, queen, quiet. SH is also a digraph sound. Its pronunciation becomes sh. The s and the h, they combine together to form the sh. Always try to understand the minimal pairs too. S, sh, z. How the buzzing sound is coming out, whether you can feel a vibration on your throat or not. Extremely powerful, extremely important. Now these are some of the features or the articulation mechanisms or the exercises that you use for having the right projection or the control over your voice. In the next episode, I will talk about the 3 major things that are required for the right projection. Projection does not just mean that you need the strength or the force. I'll tell you a story. At a music conservatoire, Maestro Magratti was anxious to create a good impression with his singing students because it was the final performance in the Grand Theatre. He assessed his singers in the small studio where they had their regular lessons and gave those he thought had the strongest voices the prime positions. A small student with a small high voice was given an inconspicuous slot in the second half. They had one rehearsal in the theatre, during which the maestro stood at the back of the grand circle to make sure that they all came across well. In the enormous venue, some students with large voices didn't sound quite as strong as he had hoped. Why? Think about it. After a long wait, the small student came to the center of the stage to sing the piece. To everyone's surprise, her voice rang out clearly to every part of the huge theater, amazing everyone with its clarity and beauty. How was the student able to achieve this when the bigger voices had struggled? The answer is that she possessed a skill her teacher didn't fully understand. She knew how to create a sound that carries her voice. That is what we call the secret of projection. In the next episode, we will talk about the 3 major features of projection which can help you to project your voice and find the power in your voice. Thank you so much for listening.